So welcome back to Indigo Moon. I hope you've had a lovely day. So, are there things that we take for granted? You know, I'm sure all of us can definitely admit to this one. I remember years ago, my mother forgot to prepare my lunch for a trip that I was supposed to be going on. And she decided that she was going to put leftovers and, pack them for me to take. But it was embarrassing to me because I'm thinking I had it for dinner last night and the biscuits and the chicken are going to be cold. Now, a lot of people like the chicken cold. But at the time, I didn't see it that way. All I saw is that I was going to be embarrassed. The kids were going to laugh at me. Again, we don't teach our children self-confidence, so they think of everything outside of them and they don't think of things intuitively. How about being grateful? I was not grateful for the meal that she prepared for me, and this was the best that she could do at the time. I wanted her to go down to the corner store and get a deli sandwich, and then I would have taken that instead. So, as it stands, I took it. Now, of course, I was very upset. And I'm going to school, and I get to school, and they say, whoever didn't bring a lunch, raise your hand so that the school will provide a lunch. So I put my hand up to eat that food because it was something, Not thinking about these biscuits. My mother made homemade biscuits, and of course, she made fried chicken. Nobody makes chicken or biscuits like your mom, right? At least I know nobody made them like my mom because I haven't tasted anything close to it yet. So, they packed extra lunch for me. So we go on the trip. I think it was the Museum of Natural History. That's a New York City school trip that everyone gets to go on. And you get to go quite a few times, throughout the years. So here we were at the table, and Seth was sitting across from me. And I was crying. Seth was like, you want to trade? And I'm thinking to myself, of course I want to trade, Because Seth had a regular sandwich. He didn't have, what I had. But when I tell you, we traded lunch, and the way that he ate that chicken and those biscuits, he ate them like they were warm out of the oven, like it was a succulent meal. Now, Seth's mom didn't do a lot of cooking. They had a lot of kosher food because Seth was Jewish. But I wanted something different. And of course, his food had to be better than the school lunch. And it was. It was a deli-made sandwich. It was, back in the day, they used to take deli meat and they would slice it very thinly. So you can actually make a few sandwiches with all of that extra meat that they put on the sandwich. But again, Seth didn't want that, and I didn't want what I had, so we exchanged. The way that he appreciated that chicken and those biscuits is how I really should have appreciated it. We take so many different things for granted. Now, of course, we could say this is just one thing that we could say we took for granted. I'm sure there's a plethora of things we took for granted growing up. Like you didn't want to start school without getting new school clothes because you didn't want to wear the same old school clothes. You wanted to start with a fresh pair of sneakers, because you're starting the year off. A lot of things that American children take for granted. But when I say American, I'm just going to say New York on this one because when I taught in Arizona, I had students who had holes in their sneakers falling apart, and they were just so happy to be in school or on the playground playing. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to just being appreciative of what we have, because that's what Thanksgiving is truly about, right? Being thankful for what we have. So thank you for joining us here at Indigo Moon. You have a lovely day.